Okay, we are live. This is my Brad's live reaction to the developer update. Very excited. Okay, developer update. What is next for Etheria restart? Hey hyperlinkers. We know it's been a while since you've heard directly from us, and we want to start by saying thank you for sticking with us. Yeah? We hope it's worth it. All of us here believe strongly in the long-term success of this game and want you to know we are not going anywhere. We've seen your feedback, especially around our communication, game balance, time investment issues, PvP meta events, and much more. Okay, yeah, they've seen all this stuff. That's good. We're making major strides behind the scenes to keep improving the game using your feedback and our own personal experiences as the driver. Okay, nice. Today we want to give you a transparent look at what's coming soon, what is actively in progress, and how your voice is shaping the future of the game. Okay, I'm getting a little excited. Let's see. Improving communication and community involvement. We're committing to more active dialogue within the community. Today's post is the first, but when important opportunities arise, we will be empowering community discussion on specific topics that we need feedback on. Okay, that sounds good. For example, later on in this post, we will be discussing the RTA meta. Okay, exciting. We'll be asking for your thoughts and contributions on the topic for us to read so that we don't make decisions that may be out of touch with the general player base. Previously, we had nerfed Revelation due to many community complaints, but this came with many consequences, and has given us more to correct. We want to be very careful forward with balancing out the meta, and hearing your voices in constructive detail will be very important for topics like these, especially as the experience between top players and casual players can differ greatly and create a complex challenge to overcome. Yeah, this sounds very good. I'm actually very excited to hear what this will entail, because as a top player myself, I see one thing, but when I've seen other players play on lower end, it looks completely different. So I'm very excited to see what they're doing from here. Of course, these moments won't be happening all the time, but there are sure to be scenarios like the one above that require greater detailed focus. We want you to know this is something we believe to be important. Okay, whatever. Time sync solutions in process. Yes, please, dear God. We hear you, the endgame grind can feel like a chore sometimes, blah, blah, blah. Each day alongside regular, yeah. Our team is currently trying to figure out the best solutions for this, especially for our long-term players. Yeah, because it was fine early, but as soon as you got into the rhythm, it's awful. Yes, because I think the early game was really fun. You felt like you had a lot of things to do, but you still had those things to do when you got later, and that's not great. Less time-intensive farming options for the late game is great. Increasing available auto-clears in the early game can be risky, as new players tend to be less efficient with using resources until they have more knowledge. But I feel like you would still just use all your stamina anyways as an early game player, so I don't see why this would change anything for new players, but maybe I'm wrong. If you guys have any ideas you would like us to consider that keeps this in mind, feel free to submit feedback threads specifically addressing this topic. Embertrag, we know many of you have been sharing feedback and commenting on your fears of having to continually repeat this game mode in the long term. We do believe having a game mode where you are able to see the main character and Chaco interact and move around is important. I don't know anyone that cares about this, but maybe. But we also understand that some middle ground needs to be found here. You can also just not see your character skin if you buy one in here. So, I mean, it feels completely pointless to buy a character skin for me. So I just haven't. Our current solution that will be implemented next reset will be the ability to auto-clear previously completed levels under the normal difficulty. That's awesome. Oh, that saves so much time. Dear God, that's so good. You will only need to fight the last floor boss manually. For now, hard difficulty will still require manual gameplay. This will be in our upcoming patch notes as well. Annexing Echoes plus Union Boss. These two will be supporting X5 Battle. Yes, that's so good. Union Boss was taking way too long. A healthier monetization approach. Interesting. We're actively working on more rewarding, player-friendly monetization options. They kind of feel good to support and enhance your enjoyment of the game while also respecting your time. Future purchases will focus more on value, choice, and utility. Some ideas we have are something that would involve both gameplay benefits and resource rewards. Offering cheap daily stamina packs and potential adjustment to what is currently available in our weekly shops. Okay, yeah, the weekly shops, most of it is just garbo, so that's nice. Feel free to suggest ideas. Yeah, anime skins, we know a few unique anime skins. So yes, let's go! Let's go! Skins are happening, guys. Let's go! PvP meta and real-time arena considerations. PvP has been a hot topic. We're taking it seriously as it will be the core of our game for years to come. Yeah, that's what I was advertised for. We'll be collaborating directly with top RTA players and the wider community to evaluate and address meta concerns. Yes, and I have actually been a part of this in some form. I do not know if I am able to disclose how, but I will say that I have been part in telling them things. I do not know what I tell them gets through, but I have been part of it, and that feels really nice. So I'm very excited to see what actually comes in later. A mid-season balance patch is under heavy consideration. Although we have stated previously that we would only make adjustments between seasons, yeah, please don't. We have already shown just recently with Lilium that we are open to adjustments as long as it feels necessary or something has not met our design expectations. I do think that's good, although the Lilium adjustment was uncalled for. We believe it may be better to avoid waiting 2 months to fix major pain points given current feelings towards RTA. Yes, please. People are literally quitting the game and playing TFT instead right now. So please let us know your thoughts about this. Yes, please do it. Please do it. In our last season adjustment, we had nerfed Revelation due to many complaints about it feeling unfun and demotivating for players. It did in lower ranks, for sure. That there's nothing to deny about. Although this change was heavily requested within the community, it came with unexpected consequences that allowed the bruiser meta to dominate. Unfortunately, sometimes during testing, we may not always be able to predict exactly how a meta with hundreds of thousands of players will develop, giving us a sign that we need to be more directly involved with our player base when making these decisions. Yes, that's great. Yes, this meta is awful compared to the last meta. Last meta was great. There was a nice triangle and you had CC was beating tanks and Rev was beating CC and tanks was beating Rev, but it was like you could build it a bit differently and fight both ways, and it was very interesting. Long term, we want PvP to feel fair, dynamic, and rewarding at every level. We're aware that the gap can be quite steep for the average player wanting to compete in RTA. Yes, they need to add things to make it easier to get in, and I think a big part of that is the entry barrier for PvE is so high that people feel burnt out on the game before they can actually make it into having fun in RTA, which I hope they will address sooner or later. Sooner, please. So many of our upcoming changes and general focus will be directly aimed at helping players reach a competitive level. That's so nice to hear. I hope they actually follow through on that. We know that our casual players tend to not have enough time to grind and compete at a high level this early in the game, especially when our content can be quite challenging, but we are hoping some of these upcoming changes can help accelerate this at a healthy level. Yes, this is what I've been begging for the whole time. I really hope they're following through on this. This is so promising. Gear and customization upgrades. We're making big changes to how you build and equip your characters. Yes! Yes, the module lesson shop is being overhauled to allow more flexibility. In addition to the random way to obtain modules in module shops, in the future, players can also buy modules with confirmed main attributes and sub-attributes. Oh, that's so good. The new gear crafting system is wrapping up development and will be included in an upcoming patch. Oh my god, this is so exciting. Let's go! Designed to give you greater control over your builds without relying on RNG alone. The system will be released to the players as an event that will routinely occur at least once per month. Oh, that's actually interesting. So you will once per month have a crafting week or something like that where you craft a bunch of good gear. Maybe that replaces 2x, that would be great. Module Forge. Okay. You select main attribute and then proceed, and you lock one, and oh, interesting. So you would confirm crit damage, and then it says these. You get these, and then you lock one, and you reroll the other 3, or something like that. Oh, that sounds super exciting. Yeah, and you can lock speed and reroll the rest if you want to hit effect resistance and stuff. Oh, and there's yes. Oh, this is super exciting. Inferno Rengo, help is on the way. Yes. Been a wall for many of you and we're addressing it directly. A new banner is coming that features a character specifically designed to help crush Rengo and other challenging PvE content. Each animus has been tested in various ways specifically against Rengo, and we have found the content to be much easier. There will be multiple strategies and synergies available with their kits. For example, try them out with Lilium. More details on these upcoming anima this weekend. Yes, let's go. I can't wait to try them out in PvP, of course, but also for Rengo, make my runs a little easier. The release of animal like these is a part of a wider effort to bring more strategic counters and tools into the roster, both for PvE and PvP. Yes, good. We need a lot of interesting counterplay units, not just generally very strong ones. Future events. We have seen your feedback regarding recent events and want you to know we are listening. Many players have discussed the satisfaction with RNG in our latest Dreamscape event. Also, there were many players who were able to receive incredible rewards. We understand this is not the case for everyone. Not every player likes taking risks, and those who would prefer to play it safe should have fixed reward options that do not rely on RNG. In the next run of the Dreamscape event, we'll make sure to include fixed reward options for these players, okay? Our global launch event is just around the corner and is going to be massive. Our game will officially be available in many more parts of the world. Okay, yeah, China, Japan, South Korea. Okay, yeah, celebration. They're saying a lot here. I'm betting a bunch of lattices. They just want to make a good feel for the community here. I think that's going to be good. What's next is just a snapshot of what's in motion behind the scenes. We'll be continuing our best efforts forward for all our regions so that we can have more exciting competitions in the future. Yes, and I hope to be a part of those. That would be so much fun. I really hope this game does well. Like, this is bringing me so much hope for the game finally. Okay guys, so my overall thoughts on this announcement is that it makes me very hopeful for the future. And looking at these characters, they look like some icy water types, and maybe there will be some CC damage additions or some protective ice thing. I'm thinking like protective shield ice character like in Epic 7 could be something like that. And maybe there's some immunity involved, stuff like that. It usually happens with ice characters. I don't know why, that's just how it is. And I'm very hopeful because I know that they are actually listening, that this will have a good impact. I do not know what any of the actual changes are. I have just heard good things. And I hope you guys will be hopeful with me as we move into the patch notes soon. And I will be reacting to those as well. Look forward to it. Thank you for watching.